Right. Where were we? This is where we lost. So I think it's this one. Let's get this. Okay. Fucking failed that one. Actually, is it safe to the flowchart tree? Ah, bad end. Okay. Get ready for our proper time traveler showdown. You can never be too careful. I'll check who it is first before opening the door. Who's there? There's no response though, and the buzzer sounds again. Very suspicious. I take a medieval looking shirt from the wall and hold it in front of me. It's probably just a fake, but it should provide some protection at least. Damn, they don't have a camera. They're a rich home and they don't have any supervision outside. Okay, interesting. Alright, let's try opening the door now. Click. On guard. Something flashes before me momentarily. Clang. And then strikes the shield with a high-pitched metallic sound. What? Someone really is trying to attack me. Somehow the shield seemed to do the trick though. I think it's kind of scarring knowing that the little girl would fucking kill me in one situation. Oh my god, what the fuck? A girl's lying on the ground, flat on her butt. She glares tearfully up at me. She's wearing a flashy red and white outfit, that of a shrine maiden. Did she think she could distract me with that? I immediately gather up the knife from the ground beside her. What do you think you're doing? That's why I'd like to ask. What are you planning to do with this knife? It's the same kind of butterfly knife that the other girl had yesterday. Is everyone on this island equipped with a butterfly knife? What the... Maybe they're in fashion. Yeah, man. Butterfly knives in fashion. It's no use playing dumb. Come on, fess up. Eep. I point the knife at her face. I'm not about to go soft on someone who just tried to stab me out of nowhere like that. I was... I was only trying to kill you, that's all, I swear. What? Yo, what are we dealing with here? She's saying this without batting an eyelid. That clears everything up at least. You're an assassin from the future, aren't you? Oh my. The outfit is probably her attempt at blending in with the people of ancient Japan. Haha, you got it all wrong. In late 20th century Japan, it's only prostitutes who dress up in costumes like that. What? This guy has to make the most vulgar statement. Like, I'm no prostitute. I know you're from the future. Maybe she's not even human. She could be a killer robot sent back in time to assassinate me. They sure are crafty, disguising their robot assassin as such a cute little girl. Nobody would suspect a thing. That's a problem, buddy. Come on, let's see what you really look like. Where's your power saw, huh? I grab her collar and pull down her robe. Wow, is that a proper Juban? This is a pretty thorough disguise. Though you didn't consider the most important part, your chest is pretty flat for a girl. Police! Come take this man. I have an idea. I'll rewrite the data in her memory chip and turn her into an ally. With this killing machine enslaved to me, I'll be ready to stop any other assassins that come my way. Now, where's the hatch? Is it hidden underneath this mop of hair? Please stop. Have mercy, please. Nobody can stop me. I'm going to rewrite history and save the world. Mwahaha, just you wait and see. Honestly, thinking about it, like, I feel like it's a joke, but we did have a bad end and this girl is definitely not fucking around, so whatever. Grr, you're so noisy, I can't sleep at all. Oh, great timing, Rene. Look, all the evidence you need that I'm not some ordinary schlub. Rene looks at me and then at the killer robot whose head I'm clutching, and then back to me. Sarah-chan. Oh my god. Rene-san, help me please. Oh my god. Setsuna, you're fired. Wait a minute, can't we just talk about it? Go ahead. I was trying to wipe her memory so that I can turn her into my obedient little slave, and that's it. Off with your head. What's wrong with this guy? Why? All of us having settled around the coffee table in the living room, Rina abruptly pronounces my death sentence. The killer robot sat next to Rina. She's still teary-eyed and shaking like a leaf. Anyways, she attacked me first. I had to protect myself. Here, this is the knife she used. Oh. Now, why would you do a thing like that, Sarah-chan? The way she addresses Sarah is the polar opposite of how she speaks to me. She sounds like she's gently rebuking a child. Oh my god. The policeman told me about him earlier this morning. Yes. And I just knew I had to kill him. This girl is mental. The policeman should have taken her on the spot. But he probably didn't think she was serious. Oh my god, man. Exactly. Isn't that kind of odd? You see, if someone or something were to have traveled here from the future, I might cause all sorts of trouble if we didn't do anything about it. Wow. What's wrong with this island, man? This island's so suspicious. For the future. Well, I guess the whole killer robot thing was a mistake on my part. It turns out that she's a real girl named Sarah, an acquaintance of Rene's, it seems. But why was she trying to kill me? No, if my enemy has the ability to go back in time, they could have settled here years ago and blended in with the other islanders while they waited for my arrival. This guy's really being a bean. We'll be quiet for a moment. Whoops, I had to blurt that out. Listen, Sarah-chan. Time goes in one direction, past into future. It's impossible for someone from the future to travel back to the past. Hey, I thought you said you believed me. That you came from the future? Not a chance. That's not what she said yesterday. I have a feeling she's very deceiving too. But I don't know, man. Anyway, Sarah, people can't go back to the past. True. That's how the concept of time is generally understood. You can't turn back time. Once tragedy struck, there's no way of reversing it. Then how is it possible for me to be here? I'm on the verge of objecting when... Actually, this Sarah girl looks Rena straight in the eye. That's merely how time is presently understood to work. You're certainly right in saying that it's impossible to go back in time with our current technology. But it may well be possible in the future, don't you think? But I swear, what are these 17-year-olds, kids fucking talking about with time travel? Like, can't question a concept, bro. People go to school for this stuff. You're gonna be like, yo, that's not true, or this goes one way. Like, nah, man. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to say. Right through the power of science, people have long been making the impossible possible. One day, traveling back into the past won't just be the stuff of science fiction. Oh man, just thinking about it is such a waste of time though. We'd have to be a god to... Oh my, they're really fighting the facts right now, eh? But what if the people of the future will turn gods? Well, it looks like Rita's almost convinced. She just needs one final push on it. In other words, I'm a god among men. Okay, this guy's definitely pushing it. As if you're no god. Where did I go wrong? Even Sarah seems to be scowling at me. When she's possibly looking at her, Sarah quietly clears her throat and continues. Wow, this girl is about to go in. Okay. Science and religion are two sides of the same coin. Religion has always made use of science, and science has long treated religion as a good example of how not to go about the pursuit of knowledge. Since you've been spirited away yourself, Rina-san, I think you would understand that better than anyone. Spirited away. A hint. Okay. You're right. That's what you want to hear from me, is it? But at most, I'll admit that one day in the future, maybe, it'll be possible to travel back in time. I'll never accept the idea that this man actually came from the future. You know, this girl has a distinct lack of charm. That's the only thing this guy's thinking about. Okay, I need to save this poor man from these hopeless delusions of his. I bet that's what she's secretly thinking last night. I believe him. Sarah's such a nice girl compared to Rin. Oh man. And that's why I'm here to kill him. What? I take it back. Wait, just look me in the eye. You really think a man with clear, innocent eyes like these could do any wrong? Okay. What's with that look? I understand your name's Setsuna-san. Is that right? Yeah, I guess. In this case, your intentions, good or ill, don't matter. It isn't time travel itself that I'm concerned about. I'm worried about information from the future being brought back into the past. Information. Let's see, for example, as you're probably not aware, most lottery draws are based on randomly generated numbers. If someone from the future were able to convey the results to someone in the past, it would be perfectly easy for them to then win the lottery. Yeah, true. Well, that's a good idea. Let's try it right away. It's probably the first thing you think of if you're really irredeemably greedy. Changing who received that prize money could have an immeasurable impact on the world. It's known as the butterfly effect, based on the idea that a single flap of a butterfly's wings might ultimately cause a hurricane. How do these guys not know about it? It's like they don't... I think it's just because they don't watch enough modern culture today that they wouldn't know about something like a butterfly effect. Tiny change in the past can have massive consequences for the future. That doesn't mean there would necessarily be a time paradox though, huh? You'd be bringing about change in the world, but that change in itself wouldn't be paradoxical. Okay. Why is that? Alright, please try to imagine the following hypothetical situation. Anything can serve as an example, but let's see. Do you know how to do an origami, Rina-san? Can you fold a paper crane? Yes, more or less. Who taught you how to fold them? I don't really remember, but I think it was my grandpa. I see. I learned how to do it from my mother, by the way. And I have no such memories whatsoever. Now imagine what would happen if I traveled back to the past to a time before paper cranes had been invented, taught people how to fold them. In that case, my way of folding paper cranes would become common practice. That's a fairly trivial change. It wouldn't alter history too much. Then your grandfather would probably still have taught you how to fold them, Rina-san. She's right, it might change the world very slightly, but it won't have too much impact on the present. So what would be the problem? However, Sarah paused briefly before raising another question. Whose way of folding paper cranes would he teach you? Your way, right? Because you'd be the one who first taught everyone how to do it, huh? Exactly, like I said. I learned it from my mother. Isn't this like you are learning the common way? There's no different way. You go back in time to show them the exact same way. So I don't know if there's a real difference other than who you're truly learning it from. It's weird, man. Taking all the way down the line, your mother would actually have learned it from me, because originally everyone learned how to fold paper cranes from me. Okay. I see. The explanation was so simple that even I understand it now. Okay. That's a version of the grandfather paradox, isn't it? Yes, that's correct. What would happen if you had to go back in time and kill your own grandfather? You'd never be born. Yeah. If your grandfather were to die, you wouldn't be born, but then the person who went back to the past to kill your grandfather wouldn't exist either. Oh man, why are we getting into this topic? Like, whatever. And who could have killed your grandfather in the first place? The person who actually invented the paper crane would end up learning my method instead of figuring out their own. In other words, I'd have indirectly robbed them of their role in history. You don't need a knife to kill somebody. Bringing that sort of information back from the future would effectively erase from history its actual originator. What? There's no way for me to look at previous text settings like that. Why is there a touchscreen mode? That was a bad end, right? I think I should save it here, because I already got the bad end. Yeah. Never mind. It seems that you're smarter than you look, Setsuna-san. The hell? Why is it frozen? Oh. I use my space bar. Of course, I'm from the future after all. The comment on my looks hurts a little though. Let me ask you, Setsuna, who originally invented the paper crane in this case? If I had to draw a logical conclusion based on the story so far, nobody. In that world, the knowledge of how to fold paper cranes would exist independently of everything else. And bringing information from the future back to the past, you bring into existence knowledge that really shouldn't exist at that point in time. And therein lies the contradiction. That's what makes it a time paradox. Man, why are they dealing with this? What would that paradoxical world actually look like though? I wouldn't know. I don't think anybody does. I think that, this world only exists the way it does because nobody's brought about any such paradoxes. And if that were to happen, the world would likely just stop turning. At least until the paradox has been resolved anyway. From what I heard, you seem to be suffering from amnesia. Right, Setsuna-san? Yes. Rene gave me the name Sensenkai. The Setsuna part is all I can remember myself. To be honest, I'm not even sure if it's my real name. In that case, everything should be alright for now. But it's a real problem. If I can't somehow regain my memories, the world will. Listen, Setsuna-san. She interrupts and quietly addresses me. It's not inconceivable that your memories have been sealed away. Huh? It could have been done precisely to keep you from bringing any information from the future back into the past. So if I did have some knowledge of the future, I could end up causing a time paradox. Someone may have programmed it that way, or maybe the world is intrinsically designed to prevent those sorts of paradoxes from arising. ... That's certainly a logical way of relating my memory loss to the fact that I come from the future. That's kind of dumb, to be honest. That means, like, why would they send him back to the future, to the past, to have a mission, just for him to forget a mission that they don't trust him to be able to handle that type of task with not leaking out information from the future. Sounds kind of dumb for me. Anyways, there's a single thread connecting all of it. Wait a minute. Isn't the whole time travel story just a delusion about Ambaya's amnesia? Understandable. The claim that his amnesia proves that he's from the future is simply to reverse cause and effect. If you go back in time, the laws of cause and effect are overturned. Is it possible to approach a concept like 10 paradoxes with that kind of logical thinking? You're right. You can't really say either way at present. This conversation just feels so kind of useless because I'm pretty sure the answer will hit us like a truck later. And this whole conversation would have been like, oh, okay, that's what happened. Anyways, but from what I've seen, Sarah's gaze pierces right through me. It would appear that his memories haven't been sealed away completely. Wow. There are actually quite a few things that have me scratching my head when I think back on everything I've said and done since yesterday. Are my memories really lying dormant somewhere inside me? What might happen to the world were I to recover them? I tried digging through my memories. My emotion must be ingrained somewhere in the depths of my mind. Maybe I should just try putting it into words. I came here from the future too. Holy, this girl's hella serious, yo. Okay. Please don't say it out loud. So I put the slender finger to my lips. Any more than that, and I'll have to kill you. Who the fuck is this girl, yo? If I was ever to take that from a little girl, fam, I don't know, man. I don't know. But this guy's just taking threats like a bitch. Whatever. She looks deadly serious. She really will kill me the moment I bring any game-changing information here from the future. The words freeze half-formed in my mouth. Cold sweat runs down my back. What are you? I'm compelled to ask. Knowing her true identity should go some way towards dispelling any fears I have. She continues without faltering. I'm the person who's destined to save this island. Oh, now it's her now. Oh, okay, we're just gonna accept that. I'll take my leave now, out of consideration for Reina-san. This is 99, right? Yeah. I thought, like, there would be more security, because this guy got stabbed earlier, but I don't know if they had any stuff like cameras or whatever sort of alarms back in 99. So, I guess I kind of misjudged. Forgot about the time period that they're living in. But, oh well. Took my leave now, out of consideration for Reina-san. But I'll keep a very close eye on you so don't get any funny ideas. A sense of relief washes over me as I watch her disappear into the distance. It seemed like Rena saved my life once again. Yes, sir. If my memories have been about to bubble up again, nothing came of it. Fuck, I keep fucking pressing it. Call me a card if you want, but my life's more important to me right now than whatever mission I'm on. Besides, if I die, I won't be able to carry it out anyway. Sarah, huh? Why she didn't end up going through with her plot to assassinate me? I can't exactly imagine her becoming an ally of mine. It's like episode 2, Arrival appears. This guy's definitely been watching his shows. Things are starting to get exciting. In what way? Well, this guy almost died. Who am I kidding? For some reason, I still can't bring myself to regard her as an enemy. When she spoke of her destiny, she made it sound more like a curse. Maybe her circumstances are just as difficult as mine. Maybe they're even more complicated. Interesting viewpoint. I had no idea that girl was so strange in the head too. I don't know how she's taking this all in. If there wasn't something wrong with her, then there's definitely no way she's taking us all in. Even the mayor earlier was like, oh, okay, that story makes sense. What? Hell no, man. Fuck is that supposed to mean? Anyways, Return to the mansion. Rina holds her head in her hands and groans. Are there any weirdos like that on the island? In that case, I may need to watch my back. Who knows when they might come for me? You're the worst of the bunch. This guy is always talking up. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm here from the future on an important mission after all. But it's a top secret mission, so I can't tell you what it is exactly. To be honest though, I simply don't remember. I feel like I'm the one going insane here for some reason. Well, if you have a guy like this, who's just acting like a bean on purpose, bro. I don't know, man. I'd fucking go insane too. Can't place too much. Why did they even bother helping you? You're such an oddball. She groans again, her head still in her hands. Isn't it obvious? Because summer mistakes turn to bittersweet memories over time. That statement actually means a lot today for modern people. Because I know a lot of fucking people that make a lot of summer mistakes, and they're definitely not they're definitely not good memories. I'll never view this encounter as anything but a mistake. Is that really what you want to be doing to someone who saved you, man? Okay, it's really ungrateful. Then why'd you help me? Because... She falls silent and averts her eyes, her cheeks having reddened slightly. It must have been love at first sight. The guy is gassing himself up again. It's pretty tough being such a babe magnet. What the fuck is this guy saying? They're all underage. Stop it. Oh my god. What are you thinking about? Remember your place, servant. Pardon my rudeness, your highness. Enough. Stop grinning like that. It's kind of fun joking around together like this, but I'm on a mission. Sorry, Rina. I just can't reciprocate your feelings. What? I'm afraid this flirting of ours needs to stop. Oh my god, this guy gassing himself up to the max. So, you know that girl Sarah, was it? Well, she is fairly known here on this island. Of course, anybody who walked around in the getup would stand to make a name for themselves. Granda Sarah, 16 years old. 60 years old, buddy. Remember that. Remember that. 16 years old. So, heir of the Grando family, another of the island's 3 families, and successor to Urashima Shrine. Oh, she's a real shrine maiden. I've never talked to her before though, so that's all I know. I certainly wouldn't have expected her to be like that. So you're not friends or anything? Why? The truth comes out. Are you interested in her? Are you some kind of lolicon? Those words and the protagonist, it hurts. Whatever, dude. She's already 16. That's not lolly. It's underage, buddy. But yeah, that's not lolly. That's kind of insulting to all the adults that are very small bodied. Especially coming from her. It's not like she's anything special. But her actual age doesn't matter. It's what she looks like that counts. Is that how it works? Anyway, the girl's out to kill me, so I kind of have to pay attention to her. I'm just gathering intel on the enemy, that's all. And she did seem strangely knowledgeable about time travel. Maybe she got something to do with my mission. Then why don't you visit Urashima Shrine? I don't know. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. There's one problem though. I don't know where it is. Can you show me the way? Nope. A flat out refusal. Nothing's uglier than jealousy in a woman. Oh my god, this guy. I just don't want to go out when it's this hot. You're wearing a sweater. Why are you wearing a sweater is my first question. The summer. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, I almost forgot how much of a slob she is. Okay. Anyways, it's your fault that I'm wide awake again. Oh yeah, yo, this girl's been awake the entire night. I look out of the window. The sun is blazing high in the sky. Now remind me, don't they say that exposure to the sun can help you reset your body clock? The fuck is this guy know? Could this be a great opportunity to improve your sleep cycle? It's kind of annoying hearing you come up with that sound argument. Anyway, for the time being, I'll just try my best to get some sleep. He stomps off upstairs like a child throwing a tantrum. Well, obviously, if I was woken up from my sleep, I'd be so pissed. Anyway, getting some sleep is the last thing you should be expending any effort on. Oh yeah, Rina. What? Your displeasure is more than evident. I really need to ask you this. What was that about you having been spirited away? Ho ho. Ho ho. Ho ho. Winnie's expression seems to harden for a moment. Though it's probably just my imagination, she answers me without a hint of hesitation. I just got lost once, but that was a good 5 years ago. Nah, that's a trash explanation. We definitely know something's wrong with her. Something that's changed her 5 years ago. Lost. Stories about children being spirited away have been passed down on this island since long ago. They're said to simply up and vanish, never to return. That's why everyone made such a fuss over it. But you came back, didn't you? Of course, I'm right here, aren't I? I don't want to hear your voice. Anyways, obviously. Sorry for holding you up. ... Rina heads upstairs without saying goodnight. Oh, no shit, why be cheese as fuck? Now, maybe I should have a bite to eat. Hold on a sec. Uh-oh, this is bad. Because of everything that happened this morning, it totally slipped my mind. One job I'd been assigned. Oh no. Apparently the O'Hara's arranged for a nearby restaurant to deliver food every day. Ah, this must be it. There are 2 bowls lined up neatly in the delivery box on the counter. Holy bro, free Uber Eats every day. Oh my god. That is a blessing in disguise. I'm glad I don't need to cook, but why did they have to go for ramen? What? This guy's dissing the food. Nigga, just eat. Go on. Flip. Pout. Is she mad? It's hard to just tell from the note. Sorry, I reheated it, so I'll just leave it here. Whoa. The door opens a crack and a hand snatches away the ramen in an instant. Click. She must have been hungry. But the noodles are a bit limp. Sorry. It tastes good though. Looks like I'm forgiven anyway. Alright, I'll be back once you're finished with that. I should get back to my room and have a bite to eat too. I don't want to imagine what this stuff will turn into if I don't hurry. But wait. What? Let's eat together. Together. The door in front of me remains shut tight. Is this what she means? I sit down across the leg in front of the door and take my bowl of ramen outside the box as well. Alright, let's dig in. I can hear Kwon slurping down her noodles on the other side of the door. I suppose that's my cue to start eating. Yeah, whatever. Yummy. There's definitely something wrong with his mom. Yeah, this is actually good stuff. What exactly are we doing here, by the way? Continuing to stuff my face with ramen, I call through the door. Do you know the way to Urashima Shrine? The slurping sound dies down, and then a few moments later... Flip. Wow, seriously, this map is incredibly detailed. Is she an actual cartographer? What's with this woman? Sarah-chan is just adorable, isn't she? Oh wow. That's not why I'm going there. Please, well, don't be going there for that. It's like she can see through everything. But my girl's still the biggest cutie of them all. Okay. That's what any doting parent would say. What do you think, Setsuna-san? Oh, I'm not quite sure what. Please don't give me a choice here. A, Rin is cute. Sarah is my wife. Yukara's the only one for me. Is there a D? None of the above, please? What kind of pop quiz is this? I wait and wait. Come on, shows no sign of withdrawing the slip of paper. Do I really have to circle an answer? Oh my god. Okay. I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't want to do this one yet. Wait, I gotta save it. Should I save it here? Or should I save it here? I should save it here. Okay. Okay. Should we go with the main route? Fuck it, I'll just go with the main route. Setsuna married Rin and they lived happily ever after. Congrats, you got a happy end. What? Wait, we're still talking about your daughter, aren't we? Besides, I can't imagine that she'd ever agree to marry someone like me. Hell yeah. When my strange little picnic with Koen comes to an end, I return to my room utterly exhausted. Granted, I'm receiving free lodging and meals, but simply communicating with a landlady is extraordinarily tiring. Ah man, this guy has not worked a proper day in his life. This guy doesn't know anything. Maybe it's me. Maybe I have some kind of communication disorder. Phew. Right, Setsuna, let's get back to business. I addressed a young man, roughly 20 years old, reflected in the window. I've been given a name, Sanzenkai Setsuna. I've been given a station in life. Even if I'm just a domestic servant, that's enough to be getting on with. Yeah. Now I should move on to my original goal, my mission. You know what you have to do next, right? First I need to go and talk to a certain someone. That girl, Sarah. She's clearly not on my side, but that doesn't necessarily make her my enemy. She's just afraid that I'll do something to mess up the course of history. Though at least that goes to show that somebody actually believes me. If I can get her on side, she may turn out to be a valuable ally. Okay. Well then, off to Urashima Shrine. Where am I? The map Koen gave me away was blown away in a stiff sea breeze a while back. Who knows where it's headed now? I had no choice but to carry on based on what little I remembered off of her map, but it's obvious he's gonna see someone important. You're gonna encounter someone. But just where the hell am I? I've forgotten how unreliable my memory can be. What should I do? I don't even remember the way back to the mansion. I must have been wandering around for hours. The sun's already starting to go down and the sky is a blazing orange. I can see dark clouds gathering on the horizon too. I've got a bad feeling about this. This is bad, really bad. I can't seem to get any of the islanders to give me directions either. Or else some reason they'll run away as soon as I open my mouth. Holy, that's such a unwelcoming island. I definitely would not want to stay here. I heard one of them say something about a suspicious guy loitering around. 2. Maybe it's a bad neighborhood. Rene. At my wit's end, I just calling out her name like a lost child calling for its parents. Rene. After a while, I noticed a schoolgirl in uniform who's staring at me with palpable disgust. We already know who it is. This girl's my last hope. Hey, I'm a little lost over here. Could you point me in the right direction? Want me to show you the way to the cop shop? Ah, it's that runaway from the other day. Ah, I had a hunch I'd run into you again. Explains the bad feeling I've had all day. It's a really mean way of putting it. I can't blame her though, obviously. I accidentally wound up getting in the way of her plan to run away from home yesterday. But right now, she's the only one I can rely on. I think her name was Kurutsu Karen. This encounter must surely have been the will of the gods. Great timing! You've got to help me, Karen. What? Don't talk to me like we're best pals all of a sudden. Please, please help me, Kurutsu-san. Alright, Karen's fine. What's it to suppose? I don't like. Oh, yeah, whatever. What the heck? Karen, can you show me the way to Ohara Rin's place? The Ohara mansion? I work there as a servant now. Karen gives me a dirty look as if she already knows what I'm going to say. But I got lost and I can't find my way back. Are you an idiot? Probably. Yes, I really am that dumb. Go ahead and make fun of me. Did you say you came from the future? Why don't you use one of your secret gadgets to find your way back? Ah, this girl doesn't believe me at all. That makes her normal then. Anyways, good luck. Wow. Karen turns on her heel and waves me goodbye. Weren't you on your way somewhere? Yeah. But then I saw your stupid mug and decided to head straight back. I don't really get it, but I don't think she likes me very much. Even the gods have forsaken me. Ah. Suddenly, the heavens open and heavy drops of rain start hitting my face. It's a real downpour. dot dot dot. Karen stops in her tracks and looks up at the sky with a vacant expression. Well, guess I've no choice. Oh my god. He lets out a soft sigh and turns back to face me. Follow me. I was just gonna visit the Oharas anyways. Oh. Shh. Oh no. I can see where this is going. It's raining buckets. Hey Slowpoke, can't you walk any faster? This girl is running fast and has more stamina than him. Come on, man. You're lacking. Phew, we finally made it. You're pretty weak for a guy, you know. That's what I've been saying. Oh my god. This isn't my final form yet. I still have 2 transformations to go. I think the same thing too. Such a pain in the ass. Though we managed to make it back before the rain got any worse, we're both soaked to the bone. Hey, I can see through your shirt, of course. What are you... Wait, what? Noticing the state of her uniform, she quickly crouches down and covers her chest. I can still make out her bra straps, of course. Look at that. I'm gonna kill you. There's actually something quite thrilling about being threatened by a little delinquent in a see-through school uniform. Ah, my god. Can't you go and get me a towel or something? You're such an ass. I think the same thing. True. You don't want to catch a cold. I'll help you take off those wet clothes first. Let me save. I'll be back. You don't want to catch a cold? I'll help you take off those wet clothes first. Yes, buddy. Are you serious? You can't be serious. Cry all you want. There's nobody here to save you. Oh my god, this guy is just screaming. Red light everywhere. Rin should be fast asleep at this time, and thankfully Kuan is a total shut-in. Which means we're practically all alone right now. Dude, this type of guy should not be winning in life. Oh, just let me sleep. Oh, how many times have I told you to be quiet? This guy is really pushing it. Rinna rubs her eyes and looks at me before noticing Karen cowering at my feet. You're fired, of course. This again. So, can you explain to me what's going on here? Well, this is Kurutsu Karen, and I sat at the table desperately pleading my case to Rin, who's sitting across from me. Dude, this guy doesn't deserve any justification whatsoever. He literally, he threatened her. Like, he was literally like, oh, we're all alone. This is a chance. I know, so... That smile of hers is positively terrifying. But what do I have to be worried about, really? I should just tell her the truth. It's not like I've done anything wrong. My boy, you did everything wrong. I took her first kiss. What? This is the first thing this guy says? Karen shrieks, and Rinna's face hardens. Dude, the uncanny smile of hers is still in place. What are you saying, idiot? But it's true, isn't it? That night on the ship, we secretly... Don't go saying things like that. That was all you. I didn't do a thing. Yo, how's this guy not arrested yet, man? Setsuna. Oh my god. The force of her disapproval is so great, I can almost hear it. No, I really can't hear it. Not just my imagination. I can genuinely hear it. Not like that. I just happened to stumble into some bizarre human trafficking situation, and I was just trying to help the poor girl before she got sold off. Never mind. I don't have the energy to sit here and listen to every one of your delusions. Kurutsu-san, you were there on the beach yesterday, weren't you? I'm very sorry for all the trouble. You seem to be having a pretty hard time of it yourself. That obviously goes for both of us. Definitely. The girls seem to be banding together, and apparently I'm the pretext. You can call me Karen. I don't like my last name much. Okay then. Feel free to call me Rin. Oh well. It's still a treat to see two girls the same age getting along so well. Ah man. This guy raises red light a lot. Okay, sneezing. If only that one could act a little more feminine. I'm sorry, I should have offered you a change of clothes first. Nah, you really don't have to. This guy didn't even offer it too? Oh my. Definitely a problem. And why don't you take a bath while you're here? Just a change of clothes will be fine. Alright, this way. The two disappear off somewhere. My existence have been completely forgotten. I'll just sit back and give my green matter a good workout. Imagine what they're doing in there. Yes, why does she have to wear this? Come on, it looks good on you. Oh, this is even better than what I've been picturing. But why do you even have clothes like this lying around? Oh my god, you're wearing an old woman's uniform. Tome-san. Tome-san, our 78-year-old former maid. I didn't need reminding of her age. I mean, wasn't this what you originally came here for, Karen? Well, yeah, but I didn't think I'd have to wear a uniform like this on the job. The job? Hey, Rinne, I have no idea what you two are talking about. What the? I posted an ad in the neighborhood bulletin board this morning, looking for more staff. And Karen came here after seeing that. Wait a sec, you already have a servant right here. It'll take a millennia for you to find another talent like me. My god. I told you, you're fired. What? Did this sorry excuse for me just do my job? Though I suppose I have no one to blame but myself. Since arriving yesterday, I've done nothing but cause trouble for everybody, and I haven't exactly done any work to speak of. I want to die. I've only spent a short time here, but farewell, cruel world. What are you whining about? It was just a joke. A joke? Then why are you recruiting more servants? Didn't you say this the other day, that you wanted someone to help you out? This girl is really a real one nowadays. Oh yeah, I do vaguely recall saying something like that. So, you're doing this for me? Of course not, I'm doing this for the sake of my household. Please tell me that this guy just gets somewhat more humble later. It's just so annoying hearing this guy just, whatever. Hey, stop, get off me. Alright, Karen, since I'm your senior, I'll teach you exactly what to do. You better be ready. Don't hire mighty, you're still a newbie too. First of all, 3 cheers for Princess Rinne, our wonderful mistress. Well, where did that idea come from? Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. Can't you keep it down a bit? Sorry, don't interrupt all the fun, but... Oh my god. I don't think I'm gonna do it after all. He's obviously referring to more than just my cheering of Rinne, judging by her tone of voice. I'll make a good maid anyway, then you know. I think this is where another choice comes in. She grasps the hem of her skirt tight. I doubt my dad will allow me to work here. I think back to my encounter with the mayor yesterday. He was a bit of an old goat, but I can't imagine any parent denying their child the real-world experience that comes with a part-time job. Unless she's another little Miss Moneybags, I guess. Rinne must have noticed my confusion as she explains to me in a low voice. The Kurutsus are another of Urashima's 3 families. Again with the 3 families. 3 households don't speak to each other very much these days, after everything that happened between us. Karen's father, Kurutsu Moritsugu, with the name Kurutsu Moritsugu, still holds a bit of a grudge, especially towards the Oharas, towards us. In other words, even though Rinne and Karen's generation all get along fine, their elders are still hung up about the past. Oh man, am I really gonna have to be the guy that unites the 3 families or something? That my mission? That must be why Rinne, Karen, and Sarah are basically total strangers despite being the same age. I thought it was kinda weird, but I understand now. I'll look for another job. Sorry for wasting your time. Karen's on the verge of taking the outfit off then and there. I'm gonna go change. Obviously. When she realizes that I'm still here, she quickly rushes off. But maybe I'm just imagining it, but she looked kinda glum. What she chooses to do with herself is really none of my business, but I doubt there are many jobs around here for a high school girl to do. It's hard enough to find part-time work when you live in the city, but on a tiny island like this, it's close to impossible. Rinne posted her job ad this morning, and Karen came straight here as soon as she saw it. She must have run over here as quickly as she could, without really considering the details beforehand. I'm sure she's well aware just how rare an opportunity this is. This guy really delves into deep thinking about decisions and shit, though. This is stupid. Huh? What'd you say? I said this is stupid. It's so three families, this thing. I don't know what happened in the past, but it doesn't have anything to do with you. Did Rina, your prospective employer, have any complaints about you? No. I also tried to run away, but Rina encouraged me to stay. That made me want to believe in her. And the girl who always called me by my name. I'm sure she'll accept Karen for who she is too. Karen, won't you reconsider? But if your dad makes a fuss, I'll whack him around that bald head of his. What the fuck? Karen looks at you, then Rin and back at me again. It's a promise. And she smiles. You mean you'll... I ask you again now, Rin. Please let me work here. Of course. We'd love to have you. Oh. We've actually bagged ourselves a maid. Nice. What's with the... You're already exposing your true colors. I'll have you know, if Karen ends up doing all the work by herself, you're fired. What? That's your ploy? It won't be easy finding another job on the island, you know. Karen, stacking off sometimes is important as well. Got it? I turn to look at her and... Okay. I see a real maid with a wonderfully innocent, bashful smile. Not gonna lie, her points are rising right now. It's assuring. What can I say? Anyway, that's how the Ohara household came to have two servants. Their first order? I've never been inside a guy's room before. Well, it's only been my room since yesterday. Cleaning my room. I almost can't believe I'm getting paid to clean my own room. Ohara Inc. is pretty much a model employer. And the job comes with an adorable maid. What's wrong with this guy? Don't go getting any funny ideas, you. I'm not, I swear. You ain't got any dirty underwear lying around, do you? I only own a pair of underpants and I'm wearing them. Any porn rags under your bed? No, nothing like that. Come on, let's just get to work. I throw open the door. I'll wipe down the windows. Why don't you start dusting? Start up at the top and work your way down. Hey, what are you doing? Karen's still standing in the doorway, pinching her nose. It better not be all smelly in here. How rude. What do you take me for? I doubt my room's all that smelly, but I open a window just in case. A fresh brownie smell is carried inside on the sea breeze. What's up with this window frame? It's all rusty. It's because we're right by the ocean, I guess. I didn't notice yesterday, but I can make a mangrove forest from my bedroom window, and beyond that, the Ohara's is private beach. A room with a sea view. Not bad. It's a pretty nice room. I kinda wanna live here myself. Please do not make... Please don't say anything to that. I knew it. You wanna move in with me? What the hell are you talking about, you idiot? I was just teasing a little. But after that reaction, I kinda wanna take it a bit further. The bed's a little small, but I suppose it'll do. If we snuggle up nice and... Huh? We're gonna snuggle up together and do what? Hold on a second, I didn't mean for it to go that far. Do you want me to kill ya? Oh, she's all flustered. She starts fiddling with her skirt. What's she's up to? Wait, is she getting out that knife again? Wait, calm down, it was just a joke. I don't see the knife anywhere. Oh yeah, I forgot, she still has it. I don't really get it, but it seems like I'm safe for now. Though I'm sure it would have been a sight to behold. This little maid swinging her butterfly knife around. I'm not even a little scared. Maybe I'll get to check that out one day, but only if I'm clad head to foot in armor. Anyway, aren't you a rich family too? From a rich family too, Karen? One of those famous three families, right? I'd have thought a room like this would look pretty ordinary to you.
うちは普通の日本家屋だよ。
We have a normal Japanese style
憧
house,
れてたんだ。
so I've always looked up to people who lived in Western style mansions like this. Karen's eyes sparkle as she lets her gaze drift over the furnishings. It's hard to imagine that this is the same girl who was glaring at me with such anger when we met the other day. I guess she got a feminine side to her after all. Or maybe it's just a side effect of that maid uniform.
やっぱいいよな。
It's so pretty, like an actual castle. Karen peers into the full-length mirror and smooths down her hair. I'm sure she would rather live here as a princess than work here as a maid. Hey, Karen, don't take this the wrong way, but a sudden thought crossed my mind. You're on your summer vacation, right? So you can visit as often as you want. And I'm sure they'll let you stay over too. There are plenty of empty rooms.
なんだとは。
Hey now, I barely know you. That's not what I mean. Aren't you and Rin friends?
友達？
Friends? Karen looks really at me.
そうだな。
Yeah, that'd be nice. That smiles of hers just makes my heart beat just a little bit faster. Okay, I see you, buddy.
どうした？
What's so wrong? Nothing. Let's clean this place up. Damn it, what is it about maid uniforms? The spell's been broken.
は？
Did you say something? At the work, Karen immediately changes out of your uniform. She has to go home soon because of her curfew. Okay. Well, school uniforms are nice in their own way, but they're not quite as special. Aren't your clothes wet? Still wet? Why don't you wear the maid uniform home?
は？寝言は寝ていい。
What was that? Are you half asleep? Ooh, scary.
そんなことしたら
If I did that, my dad would find out about my job. You plan on keeping it a secret from him?
あんたに関係ねえだろ。
That's none of your business. But I told you, didn't I? I'll whack him around that bald head of his if he dares complain. Come to think of it, she had a big fight with her dad yesterday, didn't she? Something about wanting to leave for the mainland. Ah, I get it. You're working here to save money so you can run away from home. On the dot. I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but it's pretty obvious what she's up to. In that case, I understand why you'd want to keep it a secret.
息をするわけじゃねえ。
You're not gonna give me some massive sermon? Me? Why would I? Her dad already interrogated her more than enough yesterday about what she plans to do upon actually leaving the island. I'm sure she wasn't thinking about that at all when she tried to leave. Definitely not. But her dad's questions made me consider options, and that's why she came here. She's a lot more admirable than I am. I'm not even sure what I'm doing here, taking advantage of Rinna's kindness. For real, for real. If that's what you've decided, then I'll be rooting for you too. Oh, okay. Okay. I can't see her that clear in the dark, but her cheeks seem to have reddened slightly. Holy crap, it's like it's so easy to please the people here, just for being nice. Are you okay for time? I'm sure you'll get an earful if you break your curfew. The stars are already sparkling across the eastern skies. It's the day after Obon, still the middle of summer, but the sun is already setting earlier and earlier each day. I'll walk you home. I heard rumors that a suspicious person has been wandering on the island since yesterday. That's obviously him.
その変質者ってのは。
That'd obviously be you
どう
then.
だかあんた
Okay. No, it couldn't be.
その自信が一体どこから来るの？
I'm baffled that you can say that with so much confidence.
つうか。
Besides, how are you gonna find the way to my house?
言われてもな。
You got yourself totally lost just outside just a moment ago.
私はこれでも島で18年。
I've been living here for almost 18 years, you know. So, please tell me she's at least 18. So, she's actually legal? I suppose you're right.
こう納得する。
You're admitting it straight up? I really don't get you.
あんた。
Same here. And I play him. Her words strike a chord with me for some reason. There are plenty of things I don't understand, but first and foremost, I don't know anything about myself. And if even I don't know anything about myself, there's no way that other people are going to understand me. I don't know. I don't even know how many years I lived up until now. Hmm.
じゃあまた明日な。
Okay, see you tomorrow. I got remedial classes in the morning, so I'll be there in the afternoon. Karen turns to leave, but I call her back. Oh, what? If you live here for almost 18 years, that means you're 17, right? Ah, man. Gosh darn it, you lost, my good sir. If you lived here for almost 18 years, that means you're 17, right? Are you in the same class as Rina? If they're classmates, it's weird that they're practically like strangers to one another. Huh. What are you talking about? Karen looks at me like I'm a moron. Though I don't think it's because they very obviously are classmates, rather.
あいつはそもそも高校になんて通ってねえの。
She doesn't even go to school. Okay, let me save.
ほら、ちゃんと覚えておきなさいよ。
Okay. Okay. I rest my chin on my hand as I gaze vacantly out of the window. Where did I come from? Where am I going? This guy is always thinking about this. Those philosophical questions were supposed to be the only thing occupying my mind, but without realizing it, I've ended up consumed with thoughts of a certain girl instead. Ohara Arena. The girl who saved me, and the one I now have to save. Wait, what was I thinking about again? Oh my god. The pattern on her panties. No, I'm sure it wasn't that. I can't seem to think clearly right now. It's as though I've just woken up from a dream. The images in my mind melting away like snow in the sun. The summer heat is obviously frying my brain. Or that humid sea breeze must be getting to me. Either way, this season is turning me crazy. When winter comes around, yeah, I should be able to remember everything then. Or maybe, if only we had air conditioning. I have no complaints about the room, but the lack of AC is a major drawback. It's pretty tough for a weakling like me. If Rina would install one for me if I asked. Rina. Once again, she's the first thing on my mind. I'm really bothered by what Karen said when she left.
あいつはそもそも高校に
She doesn't even go to school. I don't know enough about Rina. All I know is her name and her age. Though maybe that is enough. I don't know, man. After all, I don't even know my own name and age. Come on, stop it. You're just going around in circles now. I try to force myself away from the window, but then... Right beneath my window, I spotted distinctive white hat disappearing into the mango forest. Oh yeah, her daily routine. She looks a little unsteady on her feet for some reason. Maybe my eyes are deceiving me. All the same, she needs to be careful. Goddamn, goddamn, goddamn. Crunch, crunch. Crunching a sand underfoot is a tremendously satisfying sound. She must have heard it too because she turns around and addresses me.
ストーカー発見。
What have we here? A stalker. She sounds happy. Maybe she's been waiting for me. That little smile of hers almost leads me to believe so. But the 2 days I've spent with her are enough to tell me that isn't the case. However blunt she can be normally, coming here always seems to put her in a strangely good mood. At night, this beach is Rina's realm.
何黙ってるのよ。
Can't you say something? You're acting creepy. That's why I was hesitant to talk to her. This place is given from the sounds of the waves by Rina's own clear voice. I feel like I'd completely ruin the atmosphere if I opened my mouth. Though I suppose it's too late now. I've already invaded her sacred ground. I did so the moment I woke up here yesterday. It's dangerous to walk around by yourself at night. Just think of me as your bodyguard.
平気よ。
I'm fine.
ここ。
This is our front yard.
無断で入ってくる人なんて。
You're the only person who enters it unannounced. You've just been lucky up until now. Or maybe I'm the one who's lucky. I'm glad I woke up here, of all places, here on her sacred ground. And I'm glad she found me during one of our daily walks. If she hadn't, I wouldn't be able to talk to her like this right now. It really has just a series of coincidences. A bad feeling comes over me for a brief moment. I'm only here as a result of a series of coincidences. If anything had deviated from its course, everything would have been turned out completely different. It makes me realize just how valuable this present moment is. There's a reason I'm alive, lie here in this present as well.
偶然じゃなかったとしたら
What if it wasn't just a coincidence? Dragged back to reality, I look up. Ren's begun walking along the beach, her hands behind her back. I hurriedly follow after.
刹那は
Setsun,
運命って信じてる
do you believe in destiny? Destiny. It's a word that most girls seem to like. The idea is that some higher power exists in this world, leading us all on a predetermined path. A world, a future, mapped out to perfection. How ridiculous. People are able to change the future. In fact, we have to. And if there really is such a thing as destiny, then I'll do what I can to tear it apart.
私は
What a protagonist. Changing destiny. I believe in it myself.
信じなきゃ
If I
救
didn't,
われないのに
I'd have no chance of being saved. Oh, 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 oh. Her words are too freighted with meaning for me to just ignore them. Don't get the wrong
勘違
idea.
いしないでね別にこれは
I'm not recruiting you to some kind of shady religious sect or something.
あくまで私の考え
That's just how I
あなた
feel
に強要する
personally.
つもりはないわ
I don't mean to force my way of thinking on you. What is it that I'm trying to save? If there really is such a thing as destiny, then maybe it is Rene. Maybe I met her because destiny led me to this place in order to set her free from her apparent destiny. In that case, there's something I need to ask. How long have these walks been part of your daily routine? For a moment, her eyes waver. She seems to grasp what it would mean to answer my question. Karen told me very clearly that Rene doesn't go to school. Ivgami, whatever. Hello, good sir, how are you doing? Anyways, and I highly doubt she's in college already. She's 17. I don't think this little island even has a college. In other words, there's only one possible answer.
2ヶ月くらい前から
For about 2 months, I guess. VGM. That's good, man. Gotta enjoy the summer while it still lasts for me. Anyways, for about 2 months, I guess. Been doing the walk for about 2 months. I thought she was able to keep up such a self-indulgent lifestyle because she was a student on some vacation. Same. I thought it was something temporary. A brief deviation from her usual routine. But I was wrong. You don't go to school?
何
What?
問題ある
Anything wrong with that? Yeah, everything's wrong with that. To be honest. No, sorry for asking something so strange. It's not like high school is compulsory. It's up to you whether you go or not. Maybe there. I wonder how strict their education must be. Though I get the feeling that this issue holds the key to saving her. Yawn. I am heading back. She lets out a huge yawn, making no effort to stifle it. I thought you were a night owl.
夜型も夜型
I am. I'm a real creature of the night. But I haven't had a wink of sleep since this morning. That's great. You should take this opportunity to get your sleeping pattern back to normal.
何を裏っぽい
Who do you think you are?
全部あなたの
This is all your fault. Obviously. She looks at me reproachfully. I don't sense any genuine anger from her though.
ああもう
Oh,
やっぱりこんなやつ
oh man. I knew I never should have picked up a guy like you. Holy. All she has is regrets. It's destiny, so you'd better come to terms with it. This guy really says destiny when it benefits him. But even if everything is preordained, I'll change that destiny bit by bit. That way, I'm sure that I'll be able to save her. Oh man, oh man. Rina. Hey Rina. Oh. Rina lets out a small gasp and looks up at me drowsily. What? She instantly closes the novel she was reading. Now it'll be impossible to tell where she got to. With a sour look on her face, she returns the book to the pile in front of her. Why don't you go to bed if you're that sleepy? Surprisingly enough, I haven't seen many streams of this game at all. Honestly, yeah. Because I heard the show wasn't even that good either. I'm not watching the show, but I want to watch the show after this. I just wanted to choose a modern visual novel, just play it on the channel, you know? Or like one that's been released somewhat recently in English, just play it on the channel. It would be good. From what I've seen, this isn't like anything special. Like, I'm already calling out everything that's happening or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? But I've only put in a couple hours in this so far, so we'll see where this goes. I want to see what happens. No, I'm staying here until morning. How did things turn out like this? I thought she was finally going to make an attempt to preserve her sleep cycle, but I could not have been more wrong. Yeah, the visual novels are always gonna be better because it's the source material, right? And like, this game is like hours long. I heard it's like 30 hours of gameplay, game time, 30-40 hours. So when you like put all that into like an anime, to the 12 episodes, 13 episodes, what do I think is going on for what's happening right now? Or the show? Honestly, I think some time travel stuff is happening right now, but we probably won't know till like later. Yeah. So she said she'd stay up all night reading and went listening to a thing I said, and I couldn't exactly leave her alone either, so I ended up staying here with her. Well, I don't particularly mind, but yawn. I used to pull a giant yawn. I think I picked the wrong book to read. The Lost World by Michael Crichton. It's so long and tortuous, and there are too many parts that I just don't get. To be honest, it just doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. Wait, this is a sequel. Now that explains it. Hey, Vinny, do you have the volume that comes before this? It's this one, right? Here. 2001: A Space Odyssey by Arthur C. Clarke. I honestly hope that it doesn't really follow through with the time traveling. I hope it's just a side thing, like whatever time travel. It's too big of a topic or whatever, too many plot holes when it comes to time traveling. I don't really like it, man. Space Odyssey by Arthur C. Clarke. It's a completely different author. How do you go from a space epic to a story about a single little island anyway? Even if you're trying to reduce the scope of the story, isn't that kind of over the top? You have so many difficult books though, don't you? There's a big pile of books on the desk, both Japanese and foreign. Not just novels. Yeah, man, time traveling that's why like a lot of shows with time traveling I feel like can only be done. There's only a little bit of those like 10 out of 10 like shows or visual novels that have time traveling done right. That's kind of how time travel messes with the world. Yeah, I understand, but I don't know, it's a topic that I just don't like to watch much, so I can't comment much on it. But honestly, if it blows me away with some time traveling here, but I'll give it ratings then. And not just novels, I also spot some biographies and history books. Living all the way out here, it must have been hard work building up this kind of collection.
私が じゃないわ。
I didn't collect all those books myself.
そこにいっぱいある。
They've been in the basement library for as long as I can remember. Then maybe I'll be able to find the first volume there, and I'll go have a look.
何？
What? You want to read it that badly? I'm gonna call it right now. Reading the book will probably like make this guy come to realize something. If he reads it. It just doesn't feel right to start in the middle of the story. Every story has a beginning and an end. There's no point in reading only the middle section.
仕方ないわね。
Alright,
案内してあげる。
I'll show you the way. Maybe Rina was starting to get bored too. Then go to sleep. Despite her exasperated sighs, I can tell from her expression that she's actually quite pleased to have something to do. Okay. This is amazing. I feel compelled to give voice to my genuine astonishment. Holy, that's a lot of books. The room's not too large, but it's a real maze of bookshelves. There are a few narrow aisles, but they're scarcely wide enough for one person to pass through. The shelves are lined with books of all sizes. There are even stacks of them on the floor. Maybe they didn't fit on the shelves, or maybe they still need to be categorized. With this many books, you could probably open your own lending library. The only flaw would be the fact that it's so musty
お
in
母
here.
さんが今度からちょくちょく
My mom orders books on the mainland from time to time. She's already read everything in here. Is she a machine?
もともとは
Apparently, it was my dad's hobby, originally. It was. Huh. Where's your dad now? I feel like I need to ask. A father, a mother, and a kid or two. That's a classic nuclear family. But I've never seen any trace of her father's presence in this house.
死んだわ。
He died a long time ago. I suppose his library must be something of a reminder of him in that case. The empty spaces on the shelves must be from books that Rin has taken upstairs to read. A vast book collection bound by her father. Rin obviously just nibbles away at it to pass her time here in the mansion instead of going to school. The knowledge you can glean from books is different from real-world experience, though. Books are just records of the past. They don't contain anything of the present.
昔はね、眠れな
When I was little, I used to come here whenever I couldn't sleep.
意味はわからなくても
Though I couldn't yet understand the book
なん
themselves,
となく
it calmed me down just being surrounded by them.
本に生まれた
Sometimes, I even fell asleep here and caused a panic because people thought I'd gone missing. Yeah, of course. Mirna looks unusually lively as she slowly walks the aisles of the library, reminiscing about the past. I wonder if lively is really the right word though. Maybe time is standing still for her, just like it is in this dusty library. A chill creeps up my spine. Feels like my heart is freezing over. You should go to bed.
またそれ
Again with that.
すごいわね。
Stop pestering me. It's better that you sleep at night and wake up in the morning. That's how you make it through the cold of the night, with a warm morning sun there to greet you when you awake. That's how we humans move forward. That's how we make progress. Otherwise, you just end up like me.
何よ。
What?
切
Who do you think you
に
are?
偉そうに
Yeah, bro, who do you think you are?
君にも困ってない
I'm perfectly happy in this house,
働かなくても
and I have enough money to live comfortably for the rest of my life without ever needing to work. Oh my god, bro, I would not complain and just obey her orders. Sounds like a blessed life to me.
私の言ってること
Or am I wrong about that? Logically speaking, she's not wrong. But I don't think she's exactly right either. I'm not sure how to put it into words, but that's how it looks to me anyway.
ここに
Besides, I could spend the rest of my life reading, and I'd never get through all these books.
時間つぶしに困らない
I'll never be short of ways to kill time. It's the concept of time that really bothers me here. Time passes at the same rate for everyone. Oh my, another time traveling thing. Okay, I understand. And yet, some of us are always pressed for time, while others have too much of it on their hands. That's why people are constantly struggling to use their time effectively. Time isn't the sort of thing you should set out to kill. Anyway, you're here with me now,
これからは
so from now on,
あな
I
た
can also spend my time talking with you. Ah, come on, buddy. You gotta take that offer. She flashes me a wonderfully innocent smile. Maybe this is good enough for now. Though I can't guarantee that I'll be here forever. Maybe there's something I have to do. What will happen to Rin when the time comes? Will she go back to being a lonely little princess? No, she's not the one I should be worrying about. Will I be able to leave her behind? Will you be able to find out your real name, age, and goal? Is the question, Mr. Protagonist. Hey, you got me there. I'm not in any position to tell people what they should and shouldn't do. I don't even know what I have to do myself, and I can't do anything for her as long as I'm still hesitating. If you want to change somebody else, you first need to change yourself. This guy knows, at least. You first need to know yourself. Thank you. I'm sorry for trying to lecture you. I know I'm just a servant. I won't complain about your lifestyle choices anymore.
わかればいいのよ。わかれば。
I'm glad you understand. She lets out a yawn so big that I feel like she might suck me in as well.
じゃあ。
I don't think I can stay out much longer, so I'm heading off to bed now. So you're taking my advice after all.
だって。
Well, I'm sleepy. Don't tell me that you just wanted to win the argument.
あなたとのおしゃべりは。
Talking with you is a nice way of killing time. When he's yawning reminds me of just how sleepy I am myself. The only reason I stayed up reading was to keep Rina company. Alright, I'll head up too then. I'm about to follow after Rina and leave the library when... Oh. A soft sound at my feet stops me in the tracks. Whoops, I kicked the book off one of the piles. This book. Each time I pick it up. Urashima, The Truth Behind the Legends. While the title piques my curiosity, the name of the author sticks out even more. Ohara Norimasa. It's a plain manuscript. Doesn't even have a cover.
あ、それは。
Oh, my dad wrote
お
that
父
book.
さんに書いた本よ。
Your dad was a writer?
うん。
No, he's a folklorist, or at least that's what he called himself. It's still pretty amazing that he published a book.
一般に。
Actually, it never was published properly.
自分で制
He just put together this one copy by himself. Oh, I see, not to be rude, but that explains why the binding looks so cheap. After swiping away some dust, I flipped through the pages.
出版社に持ち込むつもりだったみたい
He was planning to shop it around some publishers, but in the end, he never got a chance. That's such a waste. Skimming the pages, I can see that it's obviously all about this island. Aside from the text, there is illustrations and photographs mixed in throughout. One image in particular captured my attention. It shows a woman dressed all in black holding up a snake. It looks almost like a religious icon. There is a signature in the lower right corner reading Ohara Norimasa, so I assume he drew it himself. To say that he merely called himself a folklorist seems like an understatement. Even as a layman, it's obvious that a work as detailed as this must have taken a lifetime to compile. There's a piece of paper stuck between the last two pages. It's folded neatly in half. I open it quite blithely. Oh, I freaking knew it. I should have called it too. I was thinking, yo, maybe it's his dad that had something to do with him in the past or some shit. Oh well, oh well, oh well. It's a threat directed at me.
どうしたの？節の。
What's wrong, Setsuna? I crumpled the sheet of paper up into a ball. Ah, don't worry, it's nothing. Fucking suspicious. What kind of prank is this? Who's behind it? Rina? No, she wouldn't have any chance to put this in here. And even if she did, why would she? Rina, when did your dad pass away exactly? The moment I opened my mouth, I noticed a colophon at the back of the book. The publication year is listed at 1989, 10 years ago. What?
今
Never mind, it's nothing.
さっきからそれが
Nothing again? You're acting weird. Well, yeah, because this is obviously weird. Doesn't matter when the book was published. It's strange that my name should be written here in the first place. I feel like I don't want this to take a very dark tone in the story. I don't care. I'm probably gonna I'll research this on this thing a bit after. I'm gonna see. After all, I came here from the future and I only arrived yesterday. Come on, let's head
早く
back.
戻りましょう。
Yeah, let's go. Who could have scribbled this note and when? However much I think about it, I can't seem to figure it out. I take another close look at this piece of paper. Setsuna must die. There's no doubting what it says. If it isn't a prank, then could it be a message? But even if it were, I came across it by sheer coincidence. I happened to go down to the library, kick that exact book entirely by accident, and then pick it all up without thinking. There's no way anyone could have predicted all that. It's impossible, no matter which way you look at it. No, not necessarily. But if there was no need to predict that chain of events, I swear I'll kill Setsuna. That's what the man in my dream said this morning. If that dream was an actual memory of mine, then I must surely have come here to kill a man named Setsuna. If I let him go free to do as he pleases, some sort of tremendous disaster is certain to befall the world. I don't think that was just a dream. It must have been a fragment of memories I've lost, a part of my past, this world's future. I'm on a mission to kill a man named Setsuna. Having traveled back to this era, though, I've lost all my memories. Maybe things are just programmed that way, like that girl, Gorando Sara, suggested earlier today. Maybe I'm not supposed to bring any information from the future back to the past, but I can't fulfill my mission that way. I need to be able to remember my mission without influencing the past in any other way. That must be why I received this message. I picked up that book out of sheer coincidence, but from the perspective of someone in the future, that coincidence would be bound to happen. All they had to do was put a message in that book in such a way that I'd be the only one to see it. And then I found it, and remembered my mission just as they planned. The only question is, who is this Setsuna that I'm supposed to kill? Logically speaking, that'd have to be someone living in this era. Someone who will one day bring disaster upon the world. This is a peaceful age, though. Is it really possible that one person could have such an outsized influence on the fate of the world? I don't think so. Unless the Setsuna is no ordinary human being. Yikes, dude. I accidentally mentioned the name of the person I'm supposed to kill to Rinne. In other words, I provided her with a piece of information for the future. In that moment, a time paradox was created. That one little word has started warping the course of history. The chain and cause and effect has twisted in on itself like a Mobius strip. At this rate, I'll end up bringing about the paradox to end all paradoxes. And somebody from the future is going to come back to the past to kill me and restore the natural course of history. Oh, man. I think he's jumping to conclusions here. I really think he's jumping to conclusions. I don't know, man. At this point, it's meaningless to worry about which is cause and which effect. Figuring out the truth is more important. Damn, it is also confusing. I am this Setsuna, and my mission was to kill myself. I stare at my reflection in the window, and a man whose name I don't know stares back at me. A man whose mission to save the world took him back into the past. A man whose resolve must be strong enough even for him to risk his own life. And now he's found his target. Time for him to carry out his mission. Shit. Gotta say, gotta say. It was a long gap, but like, from here was the last choice. This was the next choice. Oh my god, it's like a full day worth of dialogue. Yeah, I don't know, man. Gets carried out. I wanna find out what happens. What if I hadn't mentioned that name to the girl in the hat? What if I lost my memories entirely? What if I hadn't been able to recall this mission I had imposed on myself? Maybe I've been able to carve out an ordinary, undistinguished life here for myself. Maybe I have saved the world by complete accident that way, and nobody else would ever learn the truth. It's too late to consider any alternative now. I've already brought about a paradox in this world. There's only one way to stop myself from messing things up even further. I'm just a man reflected in the window. I'm going to kill you. What? Don't tell me. I wander around the island searching for... Searching for a suitable face to fulfill my mission. No, man. No. Okay, whatever. I end up walking to a point of a cape beyond the sign reading no entry. The ocean waves break on the rocks at the bottom of the near vertical cliff beneath me. This should be high enough. What what is this? I don't feel the slightest fear. The pain of it will only last a fleeting moment after all. And most importantly, my actions here will save the world. Oh no, I think I chose the wrong one. I thought he actually was gonna just... However, I'm left with one regret. The fact that in my short time on the island, I managed to get myself acquainted with those girls. They'll notice that I've gone missing. I wonder what the ever carefree Princess Rena will look like when she finds out. Oh man, what will the little shrine maiden, a servant of the gods, think when she realizes that I chose to take my own life? How will that high school girl still desperate to get to the mainland react when she finds out that I can't fulfill my promise to her anymore? I'm so sorry everyone. Oh my god. But I have a mission to carry out. There's something I have to do in order to protect this world. And besides, this doesn't mean the end for me. One day I'll be born into this world. Oh mine. This guy is... Maybe I've already been born somewhere and I'm happy living my life, wholly unaware of what's going on here. I'm sure that I'll be able to keep on living alongside everyone else in the new world that will be created when I erase this paradox. This isn't the end, it's a beginning. A new start for my true self. Let's meet again sometime. Oh, please someone save me, save me, save me, save me, save me. Ah, we lost. Crap. I thought he was gonna find something. Like, I thought he was gonna just, like, go search and not take in this. Oh my god, dude. You cannot be joking.
ねえ、そろそろ思い出してきた？
This is where we last saved, right? Honestly, man. Alright, I'm gonna end it here. I've already been at this. We got an ending. That's 2 bad ends. 2 or 2. How long is it for a good end? Damn, dude, I'm unlucky. Anyways, I don't know, maybe I'll stream again later. Another hour. Cause I'm kind of curious now. I wanna see what happens. I wanna know what is this about. So, I'ma go still, yo. Peace out.